am going to record and switch our view. All right. And we are going to get started. Okay, so tonight we are going to talk about our lovely new back office, which honestly I am so excited about. I know that change is hard. Jenny wanted to know how to register someone without ordering. Okay. I know that change is hard and that it's, challenging when you have to figure out a new system and all that, but I can promise you that this one is so much better than what we had before. It has so many more capabilities. And I think we're going to end up really liking it. So hopefully the liking it will come sooner than later, but I'm just going to go through just basic stuff. If you have something other than the basic stuff I'm going to go through that you want to know about, unmute yourself, because once I go into sharing my computer screen mode, I cannot see the chat. And so if you would just unmute yourself and tell me what you want to see, that would be more helpful. I was sharing my screen. One of y'all bounced me out of it. That was weird. All right, let's try that again. Sharing screen. Okay. You're fine. Crazy girl won't go to bed. All right. I've got this weird thing at the top. Move. Thank you. Over there. Okay, cool. So our new back office is at backoffice.plexusworldwide.com. And here's your login. Now remember, if you have not registered, hopefully everybody on this call, y'all are going to kill me if you don't register by now. So you can click here for if you have not registered. You need to register as an ambassador. If you saw the post today about preferred customers can go in and register, that's this bottom link right here. If you're a preferred customer, you have to register. Super simple for them. Very straightforward. So get your preferred customers to register. And if you saw, I had a post about it today, and then I had a, my first comment under that post was kind of what I would say to somebody. So if you want to, just copy and paste it and change it a little bit to be, more something you would say and send it off that way. So at least that gets them knowledge about this new back office. So just some basic things on this first page. This first report is kind of weird because you always have to regenerate it, and it's not going to, the key measures are not going to tell you everything right now because we don't have historic information. So this information is not even correct, but it does quickly tell me how many people I've sponsored this month versus last month. So because we have no historical information, the zeros are not true. Well, it is true for that one, but they're not necessarily true. So I personally have not sponsored any ambassadors this month, nor did I last month. Our team has sponsored 5 this month, and it says 0 last month. That is not correct. Our team volume, our PV for the entire team, the organizational volume is what they call it, is called OV, $17,000 so far, and we have no idea what it was last month. And then I'm not honestly sure how they're using this enrollees on backup. I think this is my level ones who have backup orders, and we're going to talk about backup orders before we're done here, versus last month. So that's always good to look at. You can click around and see historically what our team volume is, but of course we don't have historical information, what my PV is. Now remember, this is as of today. So today is the 12th of the month, and so this is only telling us what the information is for the 12th of the month. How many ambassadors I have on our team versus how many preferred customers. Again, these are new, and so the team has had 32 new preferred customers this month and 5 new ambassadors because y'all are awesome. So that's kind of what that is. Down here is my favorite little thing. So this is going to tell me what my PV is for the month. It's going to tell me, now this is important. Everybody needs to pay attention. The backup order right here. If I click on that, it's going to tell me I have a current backup order and the value is $119.85. If you click on that in your own back office and it says 0, then you are not going to be paid. So it is important, super, super important. I don't know where my list is. Oh, it's right here. You can see my list. You cannot really read it. I have all of these names and all of these names of people on our team who are active ambassadors who do not have backup orders. They are working on making sure that everyone who ended last month with a backup order has one before the 25th of this month, but right now there are dozens of you who do not. So go into your qualifications, click on that little button that says backup order, and make sure it has a dollar value. If it does not, I will show you in a minute how to change that. My points right now are 326. And I have 190 points outside of my primary leg. Now, the cool thing is at this moment in time, this month, my ranking that I would be paid on if the month ended right now, I would be paid as a senior gold ambassador because that's what I've qualified for through October 12th. So when it's telling me to be a senior gold ambassador, I need 250 points and I need 40 outside my primary leg. Somebody remind me later and I'll explain that whole primary leg thing again. And I have 326 points, 190 of them are outside my primary leg. So I've met these two requirements to be senior gold. Well, I don't have any plans of ending this month as senior gold. I plan to end this month as senior ruby. So I am going to scroll down and click on senior ruby. And now this is going to tell me what I still need to do to meet that goal. So if you guys are trying to be, trying to get to ruby, trying to get to gold, whatever it is, click on that and see where you are in comparison to your goal. I love this. I need to end the month at 750 points. I'm at 326. I need to have 150 points outside my primary leg. I have done that. I have 190. So I don't need to worry about that. I need to have 5 level 1s who are active, and I have that. If I did not, it would show 5 little people and 1 or 2 or 3 of them would be gray, which would mean they were not active as of today. So that kind of shows you, and you can go crazy and you can go, where do I need to be diamond? But you know what? I've done that before and it's really depressing because we got a long way to go. So don't bother doing that. But just look at where you're trying to get. If you're trying to get to gold, then seriously, like every time I look at this, the first thing I do is I switch it to senior ruby because I don't care about being senior gold this month. That's where I want to end this month. So I think that's really great. I can look at my order history. This is an order I placed earlier this month. If I want to track it, I can click and I can see exactly what I bought. I was at a BioCleanse, which is an emergent situation, and bought more. Let me see, our training. I have completed all our trainings and I hope that all of you have as well. So you should see, congratulations, you are 100% complete here. If not, you can look at what open tasks you have and you can look at what completed tasks you have. But since I've completed everything, I don't have anything there to share. Current emails that have been sent out, you should be getting these in email format. And then tonight I got an email that said I had an email in my system. So it just said, I don't even remember exactly what it said, but it said log into eVoo to, see the newest message from corporate or something like that. So that is right here. And it's actually still bolded because I have not read it because I read it as a real email. And over my new ambassadors, I can click on anybody who's a new ambassador on our team. I can click on anything. So don't worry about messing anything up. This new little box pops up and I see Bridget is my new ambassador. She already has 100 PV, which is probably her welcome kit. I can click on her backup order. She has an active backup order, so yay, Bridget. No points yet. She's an ambassador. I can see, I love this, easily see who her level 1, 2, and 3 are. So Renee signed her. Renee is under Steve. Steve is under Liza. So that gives me an idea of where this person is in my organization. I can see her order. Sorry, Bridget, I'm sharing all your information. But I can see the exact welcome kit she bought, which is really important, you guys. We could not see this before, but now that Renee knows what Bridget bought as a welcome kit, Renee has better information to go back to Bridget and say, okay, these are the products I know you're taking. This is how you take them. If we don't know what somebody buys in a welcome kit, then that's a problem. You're kind of guessing. You know what I mean? Like I like to guess everybody bought a triplex, but clearly Bridget did not. So you need to be able to educate her on which product she actually is taking. So that's really important and great information that we have that we did not before. And then you can make notes about somebody. A cool thing, I have so many people say to me, I have no idea what my website is. Well, we have direct access to everyone's website now, right where it says her name. I can click on it and it goes directly to her website. So I know she has an active website that's working. I can also click up here at the very top and I can see shopmyplexus.com, Bridget L. Bula, it looks like. Well, if you noticed a second ago, that's exactly what this said, Bridget L. Bula. So it actually told me what she chose as her website. So you don't have to worry about, because you will have ambassadors who don't do anything for 30, 60, 90 days and then go, I have no idea what my website is. Okay, no problem. I can now go grab that information for you. So that's really cool too. Love it. So this is all your dashboard information. You can go directly to a couple of these reports, but what I choose to do is just click on the word report or reports. Those same, you can see that was member summary, graphic, tree, detailed genealogy, and commission are right here. So you still have access to all of those. Plus you've got a ton of other things. And I can tell you they've definitely been working on this today because this is all wrong, this member summary. Because we just saw on the first dashboard that we had 5 new ambassadors, and yet this is telling me 25. When I clicked on this about an hour ago, yeah, it told me that the system was busy. They're definitely updating information and tracking. I think that's some sort of combination of customers and ambassadors or something going on there. So kind of ignore that, but I like that member summary because it can tell me I have 55 level 1s, which is not right. All these numbers are, I do not have 55 level 1s. That would be really awesome though. But it tells me how many level 1s I have and then how many are active as of today. So active would mean they've met their 100 PV, their welcome kits, or their back office auto qualification are turned on, all that. I would have 298 level 2s, 392 level 3s. I don't have that, but that's okay. I can click on these numbers up here. They correlate to the same thing, so I can see how many silver ambassadors I have, who are active versus who I just have, how many gold ambassadors, how many senior gold ambassadors, how many ruby ambassadors I have on my team. So I have 2 senior golds, 1 gold, 13 silvers, 4 seniors, blah, 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 59 or 186, but 59 are active as of today. So just neat that, and you can click on any one of those. I love the click through, and you can see the list of people that is made up of. Not only can I see who they are, I see what their level is for me, who signed them, what their ranks are, and I can again click on them directly from here, and I can see all that same, you know, what their PV is, if they have a backup order, whatever. You see this backup order is $89.95. She does not have an appropriate backup order to be paid this month at this point. So this is somebody that I need to go and make sure that they get an accurate over 100 PV backup order. Lots and lots of people do not have backup orders right now, which I'm really hoping they're going to fix, but if they don't fix it, we need to fix it. I can click through on this too, where I can see how many retail customers I have, how many preferred customers, how many ambassadors. I can click through on any piece of this and I can get lists. And this is going to give me my list of ambassadors. If I want to, I can click through and see all my suspended. I'm assuming that that's customers who are inactive, which got plenty of them. Points per leg, that's that. I'll talk about that later, but we can click on all of these or just click through reports. So I can, I'm not going to use the word irritating, although it is. The challenging thing with this report right now is it still has customers in it, which obviously does not get us any points. So I am certain they are going to weed that out. But this looks like, and that's probably why it looks like I have 50 ambassadors that are level 1s, because it has all of my customers as well. And they're not active customers. You can see I've got 30 inactive customers. I can see, I can see my my uplines. Ooh, and I think they've added even more. But I can see who my uplines are. And so it goes from me to Adria to Haley to Jock to Alicia to Beth Anderson. I'm like, who is Sanctify again? Beth Anderson. I can email people I can just click on that and I can send them an email and it'll go in this system. It's an inner system email. Celeste and then Jen Hopkins. I don't recommend you just start emailing these people, just FYI. Probably not a good idea, but you can apparently. Rank advancements would show us anybody who ranked up this month. It's an invalid report right now because there's nobody. Customer report will show you all your customers, which I love. It will show you their phone numbers, what type of customer they are, when they enrolled, and you can see that some information is actually correct here. So my friend Joan, my sister-in-law, and my friend Janet have all ordered this month, and that's why their next run date is accurate for November, because that's what my PV is made up of, is these 3 people. The 9/2, my mother-in-law, will run later in the month. And so when hers hits in October, I'll get a next run date of 11/18 or 11/22 or whatever day it is that hers hits. Since this preferred customer has no start date and no run date, I know she's inactive right now, or at least has turned off her auto shipment. And then I've got some retail customers. But I have a list of everybody. I can make notes about them. I can email them. I would not recommend sending messages through the back office to any customers, simply because that is going to send them an email to their back office. But you have their email address, so you can email them appropriately. All right, let me see what else I wanted to tell y'all specifically. Let all that come back. And I like the fact that we're going to have historical information. You know, we don't have historical information now, but when we go into November, then this would say November, October, September, and we would be able to compare October to November. Your graphical tree, I can't see who's muted. If y'all see that you're unmuted, can you mute yourself, because I can't. Oh, yes, I can. All right. This is an interesting report. It's actually kind of neat, kind of hard to read. I haven't decided what I think of it yet, but I can hover over anybody and I can see who they are, and then I can see their whole organization in a tree format. I can see people's customers. I can see all the ambassadors, what their PV is. I think it'll get better, and I think we'll be able to sort it and stuff, and you can see that there's some highlight information we're going to be able to use, and we're going to be able to update information, see how many levels, whatever. It isn't something I've used a whole lot yet, but it is going to be neat. Detailed genealogy is great. This is where you can look and you can actually sort by all of these different options. So you can sort by your levels, you can sort by volume. If I want to see who's got the highest PV today, this is what I was doing earlier today, your auto ship volume. If I sort by auto ship volume, I just want to show y'all real quick. Okay, so a couple of these are definitely inactive ambassadors, but I'm still scrolling and still scrolling and still scrolling and still scrolling and still scrolling all the way down to here there's where my customers start. So customers will come out of this. But that was how many pages of ambassadors do not have backup orders right now. The auto qualifications are not turned on. So you guys all need to go in and look at your detailed genealogy and sort by auto ship and see who on your team has a 0 auto ship. If you have a 0 auto ship, that means that you are an inactive ambassador, whether you mean to be or not. So I can show you, sorry, I'm going to be calling some people out. So Danielle Scott under Beth has 0 for her auto ship, but she has PV. Now, she might be brand new. I can't see that on this report yet, so it might not be a big deal, but that could be 100 PV, like she has a customer. And if it was 100 PV because she has a customer, then she would not be paid this month. But if she even signed an ambassador or whatever, we want all these people, and it is that she started on 10-3, but we want these people to go in and pick a backup order because they need to have a backup order to be active. Here's one. I can't ever remember who this is exactly, but this is a real person, but their name is 1966. But whoever this is has 101 PV, but she's not going to be paid on that because she does not have an active backup order. Y'all following me? So I just don't want that to happen. I'll still get the points for her, and her upline will still get the points for her, but she will not be paid. So that is not good. So if you look down, Valerie Turner is an ambassador who has 130 PV, but no backup orders. She will not be paid this month if we don't help her to fix that before the month ends. So that's just something we need to be working on, and I just want you to be able to see how to run this report. But you can sort this report based on anything. You can sort and see, you know, all the people under a specific sponsor. You can sort by who's going to be expiring soon, who, you know, enrollment date. I can sort this report by enrollment date, and I can see all my newest ambassadors up at the very top. I can even look back and see who signed in September. Maybe I want to spend some specific time talking to those people because this is the first month they're going to have to order their products on their own. You know, they're not going to get a welcome kit since they joined last month. So I want to spend time making sure they understand how to order their products or whatever. So being able to sort this is great. And then I think filters are coming later, but we don't have access to those yet. So those are all the reports. I don't think the commission summary is right yet, but it does show some earnings in it, and it is click-throughable, but it gets you nothing. So I don't know. I guess we'll tell on the 15th whether it was right or not, because we have no idea what we're getting paid, but we shall see. You can go into communications. You can send emails. This library is really cool because it has all kinds of business information. Compensation plan, information about the hyper wallet, policies and procedures. We are going to have a multimedia library that is expanded over and over, but it's got a lot of the YouTube trainings that are from different conventions are already out here. A 3-part introduction to the compensation plan, product overview. This is a lot of information right off of the Real Plexus Worldwide's website, which is awesome. You can send messages. You can send messages to only certain people in your downline. You can send a message to your entire downline. You can send videos to your downline. You can send audios to your downline. So if you want to record an audio and send it to everybody on your team, if you don't have a team page yet, this is a way that you can do that. And this will get used more and more. And we're going to have web meetings and other toll-free calls and all that kind of stuff that we can use as well. So that's going to be really cool. Training gets us right back to that same information from the dashboard where we can actually go through all the different trainings that are out there. So I can come and watch all these trainings again if I want to. In shopping, I don't know if you guys have placed an order, but it's super easy. It's all pretty, and you just click on whatever pretty picture you want. And if you don't see something on this main page, look up at the top. And you've got weight loss, healthy lifestyle, combos. Promotional is your marketing materials and marketing products. And then you might have seen already the trial packs are their own little thing over here. So if you are just looking for a trial pack, then you've got your 7-day trial packs. I think your 3 days are under marketing. Yeah, your 3 days are under marketing because you can buy 10 of them or 5 of them at a time. The high rollers are out here where you can buy $500 worth of product all at once. So that's all out here. Just dig around. Everything's out here somewhere. You just have to kind of figure out where it is now. Your backup order is where you can change your credit card information. I like that they make you agree to the return policy, so nobody can say they didn't know the return policy. But if I want to change the credit card that I have on file with Plexus, I'm going to come into my shopping, backup order, and then I can edit my payment. I'm not going to touch that right now just because I'll screw it up. But I can edit the credit card I have on file. I can change my shipping address if I'm going to move, whatever. If I have a special email that I want confirmation sent to, I guess maybe that's why I'm not getting confirmations. Maybe I should add my email in there. I don't know. But I can change my backup order here. They've been talking about the fact that you can have a conditional and an unconditional backup order. So say I personally want only to have 1 slim a month. That's all I'm going to do myself. And I don't want to have to remember to come in and order it every month. And I just want it to ship to me every month on the 7th of the month. I can come in here and I can create a new backup order. I can make it unconditional. So here's my choice. Here we go. Add new backup order, conditional or unconditional, and it explains to you what that means. Unconditional means it is going to ship to me every month, no matter what. Conditional means if I hit the $100 minimum, it will not ship. That's what our backup orders are typically. They run at the 25th of the month, and they only go out to people who haven't met their $100 minimum. If you want it to be unconditional, say, like I said, I want a bag of Slim to come out to me on the 2nd of every month and I never want to think about it again, I can make an unconditional order. I can skip down and say, okay, I just want a bag of Slim. I want one. I'm going to add it to my cart. I'm going to check out. And I'm going to save changes. And when I go back and look at my backup orders, I have 2. So now I have a new backup order that is going to ship tomorrow, which I do not want. So we're going to delete this. I can cancel it. Are you sure you want to cancel? Yes, I am certain I want to cancel that. And when I go back in, it is gone. But I could have had 2. So my $70 bag of Slim does not meet my $100 minimum for the month. So I still need my regular backup order to be out there for the 25th. But I can get my bag of Slim shipped to me every month, and maybe my mom buys a ProBio 5 and I've got another girlfriend who has a triplex. I'm going to meet my minimum by the 25th, so it's not an issue. So my backup order on the 25th that is conditional is never going to ship. But the unconditional one did ship. Do you see what I'm saying? Does that make sense? So you can actually use one as your monthly shipment if you want to, and then have the one that just is that barrier that makes sure that you're done, that you're on the 25th, that you're good. So, and then I can look at any orders and tracking. This is there's my tracking number. So I knew I could see it. So my invoice, I can go back. Remember from the front page, I went and saw my invoice earlier, but I can also see my tracking number. I can go out to the Postal Service and I can put this tracking number in and track this package. Now, the great thing is that I can also, we're going to have hyperlinks for these in the next day or 2. So pretty soon I'm going to be able to click on that and it's going to tell me exactly when it's going to be shipped, where it was shipped. But I've got an order date of the 7th and a ship date of the 9th, which is pretty nice. So it sounds like shipping is going a little quicker than it was. I almost don't dare go out and look at the Postal Service to see if it actually is on its way, but allegedly it is on its way. You can see I still have something in my shopping cart that I guess maybe I didn't save changes somewhere. Okay, I better go make sure I haven't screwed anything up. I guess it goes, but every time you go into this, you see that? Every time you go into this backup order, it goes into your shopping cart. So I'm just going to leave it alone. I'm not going back in it. And I can see that I have a new email and I can go straight to the emails. Business groups we don't have yet. Account services is just updating your own personal information, your settings. You can put, you can see your website. You can do personal preferences, change your password. You can go directly to the Plexus Pay portal. So if you cannot remember the website name for the pay portal, then you can just click on it straight from in your back office. We were in account services, Plexus Pay portal. I'm not going to go into all this, but you either need to activate your account or you need to sign in. And Renee was saying that she had seen online today that it's taking I don't think she said this exactly, but it sounds like it's taking about 10 days from the time somebody joins as an ambassador before they're getting their financial information for the pay portal. So don't worry if somebody joined today and they don't hear about the pay portal for 5 or 10 days. They will get an email that tells them how to sign into this. And if they try to come activate their account before it's in this company's database, then they're not going to be able to. So just start telling people within the next 2 weeks, you will get an email that tells you about, activating your pay account, blah, blah, blah. It's not like they're going to get paid in the first week. They're an ambassador anyway. So it's not a big deal that they cannot do that. You guys should all have already gone into this. It's actually really straightforward. Crystal was telling me about how cute these visas were. And so you can just go out and request one of these, and then you can decide if you put any money on it or not. But I ordered one just because they're free and I want to see what it looks like, and it's cute. And then I can choose to put money onto it, and I can transfer funds. One thing I found that was interesting in here is I set up my Bank of America direct deposit again. They said that everything will transfer over, but I just went in because I wanted to see it, and I like knowing things are there. So I went ahead and added, and all I did was add new transfer method, and it's very straightforward how to add your bank information. The auto transfer, I can enable or disable auto transfer, and I had it enabled. So when I got paid for my weekly pay, it went straight to my Bank of America account. It did not, I got an email on Thursday that said money's being transferred to your Hyper wallet, and on Friday it was in my bank account, which was lovely, but I actually wanted some money to hold out here the next time I get paid so I can put it on my new little Visa card just because I want some. So I have disabled the auto transfer, but if you want your money to go straight to your bank account every single month, enable auto transfer. And when you enable the auto transfer, you pretty much never have to come into this system again because all your money will go straight to your bank account every month. Literally, you'll get an email the day before you get paid, and the money will be in on the day you get paid. So it's pretty nice. I'm not going to mess with that because it took me a while to disable it after I had enabled it. So I'm not going to do that. But this is also where allegedly in the future we're going to be able to share money with potentials as an incentive for them to join. And potentially share money with ambassadors. And the really cool thing is we can send out an email and share money with somebody, but if they don't use it within 30 days, then we get that money back. So it's not like it's gone forever. The way it was in the other system, if I gave you a back office credit and you quit Plexus the next day, that money was gone. I would never get it back. And I've had that happen more than once. Not literally the next day, but without the money being used. So, yeah. I think I've talked long enough. Wow, there's a lot of you on here. Hi. Okay, so that's a lot of information, isn't it? Sorry. Information overload. Do you guys have questions? I can only imagine somebody must have a question. So tell me what your questions are about the back office, and I will do my best to answer them. You can either chat them, because I can see the chat again, or you can unmute and just ask.
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
I ordered last week and the taxes on it, have no idea how they come up with the total they did. So I called customer service, was on hold for like 38 minutes. And when they clicked on to help me, they hung up on me. So I just forgot it. But I went in and sent them a message, email.
Yeah.
It said that they would get back to me. I haven't heard back yet. So it's been I think it was Wednesday I ordered it.
Yeah.
And tried to call them. So should I give them a few more days? I mean, what it was is the taxes that they add on the order. I have no earthly idea how they came up with it. It just is crazy. I can't come up with the total that they charge. So they overcharge. So I know it's a glitch somewhere, but I don't know if anybody else has had that problem, but I did.
They were having issues with taxes and with shipping.
Okay.
So at one point, the shipping was like $27 for one bag of Slim or something crazy. So I know that they've been going back through and fixing that.
Okay.
I would definitely recommend for everyone not to call customer service unless it's really emergent. It is just so backlogged now because everybody has kind of those same, not little, but all those, a gazillion people who have the same problem and all of them call.
I had seen where there were some different problems and all, but I had not seen anybody mention anything about taxes at the time. And
Right.
I thought, well, I was actually ordering it for somebody, they were paying me.
Yeah.
So I just let them pay me what it should have been, and then we'll figure it out. But
I would bet that they are going to refund those once they get it fixed. But also, I don't know if you know this, but we actually get paid tax. We actually get charged tax on the retail value, not the ambassador or the preferred value. So your taxes are actually never right as far as what you would think they would be. So say a bag of Slim is $69 as an ambassador, but it's $89 retail. When they charge you tax by law, they have to charge tax on the retail price. So you're always going to be paying taxes on a value higher than what you're actually going to pay for the product. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So that will be a portion of it. That might be part of why you couldn't figure it out, because it would be wrong by like $20 times 7% or whatever. But if it's way out of whack, I definitely would say email them and then hang tight for at least another week or two before you try to call.
It's not really bad. I just couldn't come up with it. And then they said the percentage of taxes they said they took out would not come up to that either. So it was just really messed up. But yeah. It's fine. I just want to know if anybody else had the problem. So.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, and I had heard taxes and I had heard shipping was crazy in the very beginning.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anybody else have questions?
I have a question.
Yes, hey.
Hi, it's Danny. I have a friend that ordered, and when she ordered, she did not put my ambassador ID in, so it's just out there under Plexus.
Yeah.
And I've tried to call to switch it, or she's tried to call, and of course the wait time is awful. Did I see in the back office that there's a form that I can submit to have her under my ambassador ID? I thought I saw it in the forms, and that was new to me. I hadn't found that yet.
I do not know. I did not see that, but I wasn't really looking at those forms that closely. I do know that she has to be the one that notifies them. So
Okay.
if she emails them and then you call, maybe in a week or two, again, I wouldn't honestly, because they can back date it or switch it over as long as it's in the same month. So say it's the 20th of the month when you finally call and say, hey, this happened, and she emailed you the next day and, whatever, then they can A, look back and find that email, and B, they can just move that order. She also needs to email it you would email it to customer service, which is cs@plexusworldwide.com, but also copy compliance, because they're the ones that actually have to approve of the change. They're kind of like our legal team.
Okay.
And that's compliance@plexusworldwide.com. And so when you copy both of them in, and I would just have her give as much information as she can. If she knows her customer number, I'd give that, her name, her address, your ambassador ID, whatever. And maybe even copy you on the email, and then you're all kind of in one form of communication. And then compliance is the one that will actually fix it.
Okay, and I just have one more question. It's hypothetical because I believe I checked it today, and my backup order is active, so I'm active. I just had a curiosity question. If all those people you were showing who are not, and you're saying they're not going to get paid,
Right.
so if the month rolls over and ends and they never had it correct, for some reason they didn't log in and notice it, and so next month starts, will they go back and pay you what you missed if your backup order was off and you fix it? Or once the month is over, do you lose it for good?
Right. Once the month is over, you lose it for good, which is why I'm going to be contacting everybody, and your uplines are going to be contacting you, and you are not on my list, so yours is fine. I can't see everybody. I honestly don't think it's any of you, to be honest. If you're my level 1, you already know about it, because I don't think any of you are on this list. So I'm looking.
I just wanted to make sure I understood that, because I have quite a few who are like on the fence about being ambassadors, that I want to make sure that if anybody does or has questions about that, I know how to answer that backup issue, that if they don't, they will lose it and never get it back. It's not, you can't go back in time and see.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Actually, if you choose to turn off, your upline gets paid on all your stuff.
Right.
So and some people do that, and they could have 1,000 PV and they don't turn on their auto qualification. They don't get paid on that. Their upline gets paid on that.
Okay.
So if you're working the business, if you're taking the products, you want that auto qualification on. And I try every month. Some of you might have heard from me before. I always try to go through and contact everybody because I don't want that to happen to you guys. But, this month's going to be a really big number of people that we will all be contacting. So.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. I was confused. How does somebody place an order but not be connected with an ambassador? Wouldn't they have to purchase through her website? No. So you can actually order through plexusworldwide.com, and you don't have an ambassador, and I hate this term, but this is what they call them. They call them orphan customers. And that customer then actually is given to a senior Ruby ambassador. So you can also be an orphan ambassador and join without a friend who you joined under, and then you are given to a senior Ruby ambassador. So yeah, that can happen. So if you come across as an orphan, then if you really belonged to somebody like Danny's, that was Danny, right? That just said that? Yeah. Like Danny's friend, then Danny needs to go in and make sure that that person gets linked under her, because they are going to actually be given to someone else. But they can be taken from that person too when it's an error. So that's what that is. Y'all have other questions?
Melissa,
Yes.
can you hear me?
Yes.
This is Brandy.
Hey, girl.
I just wanted to let you guys know that right now you can't order trial packs. It's deleted. The little trial pack that you click on that has the 3-7 days. It's completely gone from my site.
Are you talking about through your back office, or are you talking about your website?
My website.
Hold please.
I know. I just got a message while we're on our call.
That you cannot buy 3-day trials?
Yep, but it's not there. So I went and looked, and I can't find it either.
All right, hold on.
It should be at the top right.
It was earlier when I looked, and then when I just went on and then clicked on it, it disappears.
No, there.
Click on it.
Okay.
See if it'll work for you.
Yeah, I just added one to my cart.
I wonder why it won't work for her. For me.
Which browser are you using?
Well, I'm on my iPad, my iPhone, and my computer.
You've tried all of them?
Yes.
Okay, so here's what I just did. I went to my website and I clicked on Shop Plexus,
Mm-hmm.
and then I clicked on Retail.
Mm-hmm.
I went up to the top header thing and I clicked on Trial Packs.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went under the one I wanted to buy. So I just said I wanted to buy a 7-day slim. I didn't touch anything. All I did was I clicked add to cart.
When I click on it, the trial packs, it completely, the whole little button completely disappears on mine. It's weird.
Maybe clear your browser, like clear this history and try
Okay.
again.
All right, I'll have her try that.
Yeah. Sometimes I find that if I just go back and clear my history for the day or for an hour or whatever, it just kind of clears those glitches out and things work better.
Okay.
I don't know why. It's like rebooting. When all else fails, reboot your computer. I don't know. Sorry, but it's definitely working.
Oh, well, I'm glad it's working because I was like freaking out.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Other questions?
I had a question. Go back in there. Go.
Oh.
For a preferred customer, one of my preferred customers, actually my husband's preferred order, his ship date is the 14th of the month, and I'm sorry I got on the call late because I totally forgot. We might have already talked about this. His is saying his next ship order is September 14th.
Yeah, and so they say that until they've been shipped one time in October. So once they ship in October, then the new next date will be November. It'll be correct. I guess they had to come in with some date, and so all of them are September dates. And then as soon as it has shipped on October 14th, then it will show properly for the auto ship date, and then it'll show properly for November 14th will be the next date.
Okay. And then I think I noticed on my other preferred customer, I think it said hers was scheduled to ship.
September 2nd.
No, it was October, and then it said it was going to ship again like 5 days later or something.
I don't know, but she can log in. You could have her log into her back office and check everything from her end. All of our customers can log in now. They need to go in and register, and it's super easy for them to go in and register on that backoffice.plexusworldwide.com, and they click preferred customer register, and that's what the post I did today, where they just need their customer number, their zip code, and their email, and then they see a back office that's similar to ours, but much more simplistic, no reports and all that. And they can see exactly what products are going to ship to them, what the date is they're going to ship, how many orders they have. They can see all of that. But I would bet you anything it's just a glitch in the fact that it hasn't processed for the first time in October, and then it'll process right in October and then process in November.
Yeah, because my newer preferred customer, it's correct. So I'm guessing that's what it is.
Yeah, it's probably just they did not do a good job pulling in last month's data, which they knew they weren't going to be able to pull in historical information, but I think some fields had to have something. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So,
All right, thanks.
you're welcome. Anybody else?
I have one quick question.
Yes, ma'am.
Are they going to, I didn't print my receipts from like the brochures I ordered and catalogs for my taxes. Are we going to be able to get that information, or are we not going to be able to get anything we bought in the past?
I have heard that all of 2015 is going to be uploaded.
Oh,
So
okay.
I think we are going to be able to. I did the same thing. I did not think before they did this that I had all of that information just sitting in there. But I have heard that all the historic information is going to be available. So,
Okay.
just for 2015, the pay information and the orders information. So yes, we should be able to get that.
Wonderful.
Yeah,
Thanks.
for sure.
Okay, I just remembered I had one more question.
Yeah.
With the email and the messages, did you say that any email Plexus sends us to like our regular Gmail account will show in the messages on the back office as well?
All these daily emails that they're sending to us are going to start showing up in that back office. Yes. I don't know
Okay.
if every email is, but I think, yes, I think in the future, we're just going to get a message that says you have a new email and you're going to log into your back office to actually read it.
Okay, because I'm getting emails to my account, my Gmail account that I have under my Plexus account, but when I look at my messages in my back office, it says no messages. So
I have gotten 3, and one of them was tonight. Tonight we got an email, or this afternoon we got an email, and then like maybe, I'm going to look, maybe 20 minutes later, I got an email that said I had an email in my back office. Do you know what I'm saying?
okay.
I got an email at 6:40, it says, from Plexus, and then I didn't keep the other one, but it was after that it said you have a new message in your, oh, here it is. It was at 6:57. So it was 20 minutes later, it told me I had a new message in my Evo or Evu or whatever we're calling that thing.
Okay, because yeah, so far only all my Plexus messages in my email have been like telling me of the updates. Nothing has actually said I have anything in my back office. So I wanted to
Yeah,
make sure I understood that.
go look and see if you have tonight's email that was back office Monday update, if you also
Yeah.
have it in your back office.
It's not, because I read that one and then I was actually messing around before this call on my back office and it's still showing no messages. So I was just curious if I should be checking both each day until they kind of get the system together, because I don't want to miss a message that's important.
Right. Maybe make sure you go into your personal settings or personal information, make sure your email's in the back office and all that kind of thing, just to make sure that they can, but as long as you're getting them at least in one place. But I would bet maybe you need to add an email somewhere or something.
All right, I'll check that.
I don't remember. Other questions, y'all? Oh, you know what? Danny, here it is. So go into up at the very top in the right where it says your name. I just clicked on my name and there are check boxes. And so first is my email address is in there. Then there's a checkbox. Check this box to receive broadcast messages from Plexus. And then check this box to receive broadcast messages from your enroller. So make sure that both of those are check marked yes, or they come up with a little blue and white checkbox.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, going once. Anybody else? Cool. All right. Well, it's been fun. Thanks for joining me. I hope y'all are going to love this back office. I think it's going to be incredible. So I think it's going to be awesome. Yay. Thanks. Y'all have a good night. Bye.